Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your ultimate daily dose of everything Buffalo Bills. Hit that subscribe button and join the most passionate Bills fans as we break down all the latest news, highlights, and game analysis. Go Bills! The NFL world has been buzzing non-stop since the shocking confirmation that the Buffalo Bills have officially closed a deal for Myles Garrett, and honestly, it's hard to overstate the ripple effect this trade is going to have across the league. For weeks, speculation had been swirling, social media exploding with sources say posts, insiders hinting at movements that could shift the entire AFC landscape. But now it's real. Garrett, who has long been regarded as one of the most explosive, dominant defensive ends in the game, is finally heading to Buffalo, and the implications are massive. Imagine the synergy with the Bills' front seven, which has been formidable but sometimes inconsistent in creating consistent pressure on the quarterback. Garrett brings not just talent, but a reputation for game-changing plays, the kind of disruptive energy that can turn a close contest into a blowout in a matter of snaps. Fans are already theorizing how defensive coordinators will redesign schemes around him, while offensive lines across the league are suddenly sweating bullets, anticipating the kind of havoc he can wreak week after week. The excitement is palpable, not just among Bills fans but across the NFL, because this isn't just a trade, it's a seismic shakeup that forces everyone to rethink their strategies. Rumors leading up to this trade were swirling for months, fueled by cryptic posts from insiders and sharp analysis from commentators who suggested that Garrett might finally seek a fresh start with a team poised to contend. Buffalo, known for its methodical front office and willingness to invest in star power, seemed like the perfect landing spot for a player of Garrett's caliber. And the moment the deal became official, the chatter exploded online. Analysts immediately began breaking down the financial and tactical aspects, pointing out how Garrett's presence could reshape the Bills' defensive priorities, potentially allowing other players to flourish in his wake. Social media reactions range from euphoric to skeptical, as fans debated whether this acquisition is the missing puzzle piece that could propel Buffalo to a Super Bowl appearance or if it's a gamble that could backfire under intense playoff pressure. Meanwhile, rival teams are reportedly assessing their own rosters, worried that Garrett's ability to pressure the quarterback at elite levels might change the balance of power in the AFC East and beyond. The whispers of locker room dynamics, team chemistry, and leadership roles have only intensified, as everyone wonders how a star like Garrett will mesh with an already talented squad. It's more than a simple transaction. It's a story in motion, a narrative that promises intrigue, drama, and plenty of headlines in the weeks to come. Myles Garrett's journey to Buffalo has been nothing short of dramatic, marked by moments of brilliance and controversy in equal measure, and that complexity adds a layer of fascination to this trade. Teams around the league have been watching closely, trying to predict not just how Garrett will perform on the field, but how his personality and leadership might affect the locker room culture. Known for his relentless work ethic, explosive athleticism, and ability to dominate in one-on-one matchups, Garrett is more than just a high-profile defensive end. He's a game-altering presence whose impact can extend beyond statistics. Imagine the possibilities. Garrett wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks, the Bills' secondary suddenly benefiting from more opportunities created by his pressures and sacks, and a ripple effect that could turn Buffalo's defense into a top-5 unit virtually overnight. Fans are already imagining highlight reels filled with Garrett chasing down elusive QBs, stripping the ball at crucial moments, and setting the tone in pivotal games. The media frenzy has been relentless, with pundits speculating on the long-term effects, including playoff implications, potential endorsements, and even how this trade positions the Bills for contract negotiations and future acquisitions. Essentially, Buffalo hasn't just signed a player. They've ignited a storyline that is capturing the attention of the entire NFL universe. The strategic implications of Garrett joining the Bills are enormous, and the league insiders are dissecting every angle of what this could mean. Buffalo's front office has long been lauded for its sharp drafting and careful acquisitions, but adding a superstar like Garrett signals a more aggressive approach that could pay dividends immediately. Defensive coordinators across the league are reportedly recalculating their game plans, knowing that facing a defensive end of Garrett's caliber requires serious adjustments, whether it's double teaming, rolling protection, or altering passing schemes entirely. Meanwhile, fans are indulging in endless what-if scenarios. What if Garrett's arrival sparks a dominant season? What if his integration causes unexpected friction? The rumor mill suggests that some players are already excited about the challenge, while others may need time to adapt to a new dynamic. Analysts are pointing out how Garrett's presence could relieve pressure on other defensive linemen, allowing them to flourish in a more balanced system, while also creating matchups nightmares for opposing offenses. In essence, this is more than just adding a player. It's a strategic masterstroke that reshapes not only Buffalo's defense, but the way the entire league may approach them in the coming season. From a fan perspective, Garrett's trade to the Bills is electric, sparking debates, memes, and hot takes across platforms from Twitter to TikTok. Every post, every analyst clip, every highlight reel from past games is being scrutinized, dissected, and reimagined as evidence of what Garrett could bring to Buffalo. The social media buzz isn't just hype. It reflects a deeper excitement about how this trade might influence playoff trajectories, rivalries, and even the narrative surrounding the Bills as legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Online forums are filled with speculation about the chemistry between Garrett and Buffalo's existing stars, the potential for leadership clashes, and the inevitable comparisons with other defensive powerhouses in the league. The trade also raises questions about the Bills' salary cap strategy, long-term planning, and whether additional moves are imminent to complement Garrett's skills. Amid all the chatter, one thing is clear. This is a trade that won't quietly fade from the headlines. The buzz will continue to escalate as fans, analysts, and insiders monitor every snap Garrett plays, every sack he records, and every game-changing moment he delivers. It's a narrative built on anticipation, drama, and the tantalizing promise of what could be an unforgettable chapter in Buffalo Bills history. The emotional dimension of this trade cannot be ignored, as Garrett's arrival has sparked a wave of hope, excitement, and speculation among the Bills fan base. For a team with championship aspirations, adding a talent of Garrett's magnitude is more than a tactical move. It's a statement, a signal to the league that Buffalo is serious about contending at the highest level. Fans are already imagining the roar of the stadium when Garrett lines up on opening day, the celebrations after critical sacks, and the social media storm that will accompany each highlight. Sports commentators are framing this trade as a turning point, emphasizing not just the immediate impact, but the long-term cultural and competitive influence Garrett could exert. The whispers and rumors that circulated before the deal have now solidified into a tangible storyline, one that promises intrigue, debate, and a dramatic unfolding as the season progresses. The anticipation is electric, the chatter relentless, and the speculation about what this means for the Bills' path to the Super Bowl has reached fever pitch, capturing the imagination of football enthusiasts everywhere. This trade is no longer a rumor. It's the center of attention, a narrative alive with possibilities, tensions, and the thrill of what's next. The ripple effect of Myles Garrett joining the Bills is already being felt across the league, with rival teams watching every move, every practice report, and every media snippet for signs of what this might mean on the field. The AFC East suddenly looks even more stacked, with Buffalo's defense poised to reach a new level of dominance, potentially forcing teams like Miami, New England, and the Jets to rethink their strategies entirely. Analysts are speculating about shifts in defensive schemes, coverage responsibilities, and the potential for a domino effect that could redefine the division. Meanwhile, Garrett himself is reportedly immersing into the team's culture, studying playbooks, and working on chemistry with both the defensive line and secondary, all while the media spins a constant narrative of anticipation. Fans are obsessed with predicting the first game in which Garrett makes a monumental impact, imagining the big hits, forced fumbles, and highlight reel sacks that could turn a game around in minutes. Social media conversations are saturated with comparisons, past highlights, and bold claims about how the Bills might now be among the most feared defenses in the NFL. It's not just a trade. It's a storyline with multiple layers, blending strategic, emotional, and cultural elements that promise to keep fans and analysts talking for the entire season. The rumors surrounding locker room influence, leadership dynamics, and Garrett's ability to inspire his teammates are only adding fuel to this fiery narrative that refuses to cool down. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Buffalo's coaching staff is reportedly thrilled about Garrett's arrival, recognizing the unique ability he brings to transform games with a single play. Sources suggest that defensive schemes are already being adjusted to maximize his explosiveness, with attention paid to ensuring he has the freedom to attack the quarterback while maintaining balance across the line. The whispers of secret meetings, strategy sessions, and practice adjustments circulating among insiders have created an aura of intrigue, as if Garrett's presence has not only bolstered the team's talent, but also sparked a wave of tactical innovation. Coaches are reportedly excited about the possibilities, imagining scenarios where Garrett's presence forces opposing offenses to alter their game plans completely, opening opportunities for other defensive players to shine. Fans are eagerly awaiting the first real test, anticipating moments where Garrett's speed, strength, and awareness could turn the tide of critical games. Meanwhile, online discussions speculate endlessly about matchups against the league's elite quarterbacks, with users breaking down how Garrett could dominate pocket protection, alter offensive rhythms, and create game-defining moments that could shape playoff trajectories. The excitement is relentless, the chatter omnipresent, and the speculation only deepens the allure of what Garrett can deliver for the Bills' defense. The financial and contractual dimensions of this trade are also fueling rumor mills, as analysts dissect the deal to understand how Buffalo maneuvered to acquire such a high-profile player without destabilizing long-term plans. Insider reports suggest a complex negotiation that balanced salary cap considerations, potential performance incentives, and the team's vision for future acquisitions. Fans are keenly observing every reported detail, from guaranteed money to bonus structures, as part of a larger narrative about how the Bills are signaling their intent to contend immediately. Social media conversations dissect potential trade-offs, such as the impact on draft picks or how this might influence future contract negotiations with other stars. Meanwhile, pundits highlight the boldness of Buffalo's strategy, portraying it as a high-risk, high-reward maneuver that could redefine the team's trajectory for years. The speculation extends to locker room dynamics, leadership hierarchies, and how Garrett's presence might inspire both veterans and young players. Every detail, from practice reports to post-game interviews, is being scrutinized for signs of chemistry or tension, with the rumor mill spinning tirelessly. In essence, the trade isn't just about football talent. It's about power, strategy, and influence within the team, with Garrett at the center of a story that promises intrigue, drama, and long-lasting impact. The media frenzy surrounding Garrett's trade to Buffalo has been unrelenting, with pundits, insiders, and fans dissecting every nuance to create a narrative that feels both larger than life and impossibly intricate. Rumors about team chemistry, positional adjustments, and potential breakout stars have flooded platforms, as social media communities theorize endlessly about how the Bills will integrate Garrett into existing schemes. Analysts speculate about his fit alongside other defensive leaders, potential leadership dynamics, and the ways in which his personality could both energize and challenge the team culture. The chatter is not limited to tactical considerations. Emotional narratives about motivation, redemption, and ambition dominate headlines, feeding the sense that this trade is about more than football. It's a story about aspiration, dominance, and the relentless pursuit of victory. Fans dissect footage from past games, replaying every sack, strip, and chase-down tackle, imagining the impact Garrett could have on Buffalo's defense from Game 1. Coaches and front office insiders are quoted in cautious optimism, carefully balancing excitement with strategy, while rumor mills continue to speculate about long-term plans, potential future trades, and what this acquisition signals about Buffalo's intent in the broader NFL landscape. The narrative is alive, constantly evolving, and full of tension, intrigue, and anticipation. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.